Hello everybody, MD Polo here at a very busy and noisy Range USA. Probably not the smartest time to come and film is the day after Christmas. But we got the HK P2000 SK. There's nobody to my left, so don't worry about where I'm pointing. We're shooting this and it is 24 gun. Let's see how we do. We're about 10 yards out. And we are empty. So it's got a 10 round mag. Let me turn you around. We're about 7 yards out. Show you what we did. I know I had a big flyer. Yep, there it is. There's the flyer right up there. Christmas gift. But other than that, first shot's the HK P2000 SK. Now we're going to go to the tabletop and then we're going to film a comparison with the VP9 SK. Today we take a look at another HK, and for this one we go back to 2001 when it was first introduced, and it is the P2000. The P2000 was an evolution of the USP Compact, and it's available in 9mm, 40 Smith & Wesson, and 357 SIG. At least originally those were the calibers that it was available. Lately I've only seen it in 9mm. We're going to go through this gun and also compare it to the HK VP9 SK. There are some similarities, and some of the things that makes this, the P2000, actually quite a remarkable little gun. By today's standards, perhaps you would say not enough capacity, too big, too heavy, but you put all those things together and actually makes a really, really nice shooter, and with the right holster, an actually very easy to carry gun. It's available, like I said, in 9mm, and it's a double action, single action. It comes with a 3.26-inch barrel, which is hammer forged, and it is, as HK calls it, cannon grade steel. Capacity is of 10+1, and it comes in 2 metal mags, but it will also accept mags from the USP and from the VP9 mags. So you got a variety of mags there. If you've got other HKs, you may actually be able to use all of them in the P2000. Now taking a look at it, and the gun has been safety checked already, so don't worry about that. Taking a look at the P2000, you're going to see that the slide comes with no front serrations in the front, and it just says P2000 SK right here. So back here where you have the rear serrations, they're actually not that pronounced. They don't work as well as I'd like them to. So there's that grip tape back here. It's probably not the best of works, but it does the job pretty well. Let you look around it for a bit. Since we're on this side, one of the things that you will notice on the sticking with the slide is that it does have a loaded chamber indicator here, which is, you can see they're red right at the extractor. So not only you get a visual, but also you can feel it. That should never be your only way of checking. You should always visually and tactile checking, but at least it's something that you have there. Let me look all around. Originally, this came with metal 3-dot sights, and these have been replaced with Trigicon, just white dots, but they are night sights, both in the rear and up in the front. Yes, the gun is safety checked. Another departure between the USP, from the USP to the P2000, is that now you have more of an industry standard accessory rail right there. Single slot, and the distance from the front of the gun to the trigger guard is very small. So I'm not sure how much of a light or other accessories you can accommodate there, but at least now you don't have the proprietary rail that you had before. Another interesting thing here is that instead, like other HKs that have the decocker right here together with a safety, for the USP as well as you see on the P30, and that was again an evolution from the USP to the P2000, is you'll see the decocker is back here. Let me drop the mag. You want to decock the gun? All you have to do is press the button. It falls pretty hard, but that's all you have to do. You have a spurred hammer, and you got your master grip, and all you have to do is go right there, and the pistol is decocked. Some people love that, some people don't care for it very much. I think it works just fine. Moving down to the frame, it is of course a polymer frame gun. The nice thing about this, as well as other HKs, is that all the controls are ambidextrous. You got your slide stop, slide release, depending on how you want to call it, which is a large control, but it's on both sides. So that's nice. The other nice thing, I like it a lot, and I've liked it in other guns as well, is how you have the mag release down here, that it's a paddle. So that's very nice. As you can see there. Just letting you look around it. Another feature this gun came with was replaceable back straps. And you came with two straps. It's got the small and the medium. So this gun in a lot of ways was way ahead of its time. As you can see there. If the camera will focus, you can see the paddle release right here. And for me, it's very easy, very intuitive to just drop my trigger finger and release the mag. Zero issues there. Now there are some positives, of course, some negatives on this gun, and we'll go through them in a second. Moving back to the trigger, like I said, it's a double action, single action trigger. And in double action mode, I'm not going to lie to you, this thing is a bear. We're talking on double action, we're talking about a 12-pound pull. It is very smooth and it is long. The take-up is very long, but it's every bit of 12 pounds to get you there. And then it breaks. You see that? You see how much I'm having to pull? You feel you're at the wall there? Oh no, you got to give it more. More. And finally it pulls. No lie. Hopefully the camera can focus there. This thing is a bear. Take a look. Pull, 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 pull. You think you're at the wall? Oh no. Much more. The single action, which by the way, cycling it is so smooth. The single action, very smooth, keeps going, there. And then you got the slop all the way here. So from here, there's your wall. 5-pound pull. Show you one more time. I know there's a lot of things you can do to the trigger to make it better, but let me tell you that, at least for me, everybody's different, it's all personal preference, right? But for me, I would much rather have this gun in the LAM trigger, or send it to Great Guns, or put some of those kits that you can buy for it, because as it sits, this trigger is a bear. And I can hear in the comment section already, no man, go to the gym, eat some Wheaties, whatever. No. This gun is a bear. So now what I want to jump into is what do I think are the positives and what are the negatives about this gun. Let me start with the positives. It's a very soft shooter. It really is. I was not very accurate with it, not compared to other guns that I have, but it was very soft shooting. And I actually took it to the range and compared it to my VP9 SK. And we'll take a look at this just briefly. I don't want to turn this into a comparison video, but the VP9 SK, I felt it was a little snappier than the P30. I'm sorry, than the P2000 here. The SK was a little bit snappier, but as it turned out, I was quite a bit more accurate with the VP9 SK than I was with the P2000 SK. Another thing that I like about the P2000 SK is where the controls are placed, because as you can see here, the focus catch up a little bit, there's nothing back here in this particular one. Different versions will have the controls in different places, but this is the V3, and it is just everything for me. It's in the right place. When I use my master grip, I don't hit the controls. When I go to the VP9 SK, where the controls are on this one, you can see here, you got the slide stop, slide release right here. And almost every single time, if I use my thumb's forward grip, I'm always hitting this and the slide doesn't lock open. Or it becomes sore depending on how many rounds I'm shooting through the gun. So for that, the P2000, for me, is more comfortable. If you can see the position of the controls. So the P2000, going back to the positives, is a very soft shooter. It's very reliable, 0 issues. No matter what you feed through it, no problems at all. And just like all HKs, like the VP9 SK, they're just, you can see the quality, and they're just so, people keep using the term over-engineered, but they really are. Now let me dive a little bit into the negatives. Oh, before I go through that, let me talk about the mags. Here you have the P2000 SK mag, and it fits like that, flush, with a soft rubber extension. The positive thing about it is that here is the mag from the VP9 SK. It fits just fine, but it gives me a much wider grip area than the one that comes with a P2000. And here is a mag from the USP9 Compact. It sticks out a bit, but it works just fine. And here's the 15-round mag. Oops, just bumped the light, sorry. Here's the 15-round mag from the VP9 SK. And that's what it looks like. The focus catch up. That's what it looks like. Now this format here, this is interesting to me, because now I got 15 rounds, hammer fired, and a very, very comfortable grip. Big difference here is that with the pinky extension in the P2000 SK, here we're getting into the negatives. I have medium-sized hands, and the grip, my hand I can't get a full grip on it. You see how my pinky is hanging out back here, and it presses against the plastic. Now some people say that that's going to make you grip higher, and that is by design and blah 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 blah. That's fine and dandy, and that sounds great in a book or somebody reading from a website. But in practical shooting, actually shooting this thing, for me, this is very uncomfortable. And I can't imagine you guys with bigger hands. How in the world can you grip this gun? But if I grab the mag with a pinky extension from the VP9 SK, you see the difference between the two? Now it's a very comfortable grip right here. And together with the fact that I don't have any controls here to interfere with the operation of the gun, this makes this gun awesome for me. So for me, the P2000 SK with the mags from the VP9 SK, both with a pinky extension and especially with 15+1 here of the VP9 SK, those would be game changers for me as far as the P2000 SK is concerned. Another negative would be the paddle release. So you can see here, see how small they are? I mean, I think that they have to be the smallest one. Now, this is being the smallest gun that HK makes, the P2000 SK. It's actually quite a bit smaller than the VP9 SK, but look at the paddle release. See how little they are? It's very easy to change them for bigger ones, but take a look at the one from the VP9 SK. You can see how much bigger they are. That's a better way to show it right there. Look at the size, look at the difference between the two. So that's another negative, but the fortunate part is that all you have to do is knock that pin out. This pops straight out. You can buy the larger ones, just clicks back into place, put the roll pin back in, and you're back in business. But this would be one of the first things to go. As far as carrying the gun, and this is going to lead into a negative, I've been carrying it in this Muddy River tactical holster. It's a very well made holster, very comfortable. Muddy River tactical. I don't know what's going on with the lights today, but it's a very well made holster, very comfortable, has very good retention, and it fits the VP9 SK, I'm sorry, the P2000 SK very comfortably. So if this is something you want to look into, take a look at Muddy River tactical holsters because they do a great job. But carrying the gun, one of the downsides that I found is, of course, it's hammer fired. This spurred hammer, even carrying it decocked, this starts to dig into you. And I actually wish there was a bobbed hammer or something with a less of a profile on it, because it really bothered me. So this is something I did not like. And the other thing was that I didn't like was how smooth the grips are. The back serration, the back texture is okay. The front texture is the same. Some people are going to like the finger grooves, some people are not, but I have no issue with it. the main issue that I had with how smooth the grip is on the sides. Now, some people are going to say, well, that's better because it doesn't rub up against your belly, but all your traction from your support hand is going to come from here, and it's very smooth. I know that the gun does this on recoil, and that's where you want traction here, but I would have liked something here. Now, this is something that is very easily fixed with some Talon grips or the grip tape of your choice, but that's something that I would like to see changed, or at least fix it. The VP9 SK, at least it gives you more, even though you have the replaceable side panels, you still have slick up here, but you got a little bit better texture on the side. So overall, it's a very nice gun. It's built like a tank, no issues there. And if you're looking for a single action, double action, single action gun, this is a good way to go for concealed carry. Personally, I prefer my Langdon Tactical, my Beretta PX4 Compact Carry by Langdon over this. If I'm looking for this size gun on a single action, double action gun, I would prefer that over this. But this is definitely something to look into. So let me know what your thoughts are on the HK P2000 SK. I want to thank my friend Carl for lending me his gun for the review. So thank you very much, Carl. I appreciate it. And please let me know what your thoughts are on the P2000 SK. Do you think this is something that is no longer viable based on what's available in the market today? Has its time passed? Or do you think that it's something that still has a place in today's carry market? Please remember that I upload videos every Friday morning, and when I can, on Wednesday mornings as well. I'm still active on Instagram, although less so. I'm very angry at them for the amount of censorship that they've been doing on our channels. But I'm also starting to post more and more on Twitter, or I guess now it's called X. So if you can give me a follow there, we have a lot more freedom over there than we do here on YouTube, and for sure on Instagram. My favorite part of the channel is my interaction with you in the comment section, so please leave a comment. And YouTube tells me that about 80 or 85% of you, or the viewers, are not subscribed to the channel. So we're growing rapidly, and I appreciate that. But if you like what we're doing here and would like to support me, a free way to do it would be to just hit that subscribe button and the notification button and the like button, all that good stuff. So once again, thank you so much for watching. And until the next time, God bless.